Hi everyone, welcome to your Alchemy Scope. You are an embodied reflection of Source. You are thus infinitely empowered, abundant, and a co-creator with your context always. You are an alchemist. Divination works because the web of life is intelligently organized with coordinated and storied agency. Let's take a look at the stories playing out now. Hi everyone. Let's take a look at the macro cycle. So what story is imbuing the energy set for all of us on a collective scale? To do that, I'm pulling up the Sabian symbol for the exact degree point of our new moon in Scorpio that is occurring at 19 degrees Scorpio on November 11th, 11/11/2015. The Sabian symbol is delicious. It is a woman draws away two dark curtains, closing the entrance to a sacred pathway. Now, this one, you don't have to be very intuitive to get the whole message, the whole energy set behind this micro story of this symbol, because these symbols, sometimes only a couple words long, contain great depth of meaning. This particular symbol, a woman drawing away two dark curtains that have been closing the entrance to a sacred pathway, is so self-evident. We are opening our eyes. We are seeing new realities. We are seeing the depths of interdimensions. This is juicy. It's very good. And for it to be occurring on the 11/11 portal, this new moon point, is quite something. So it could be, whether you're a woman or a man listening to this scope, that indeed you feel the energies quite clearly at this point in time as we move forward into, a more evolved self. It's ever evolving. The last couple months have been kind of unprecedented. The next several years will prove to be powerful and shifting. We are not going to recognize the people that we were. A year, even 6 months down the line, we're not going to recognize who we once were. This is a very poignant time. You are moving through a very poignant portal. You are stepping into your power, and in fact, you are drawing away curtains that previously veiled realities. So this is exciting. So let's go ahead and move on to the I Ching and see what your specific sign's microcycle is. Sagittarius and Aquarius. So I am recording this for both of you because you both received the same I Ching hexagram to reflect your particular microcycles, or the energetic stories playing out for you between the Scorpio new moon and the Sagittarius new moon. You both received number 1, creative power. This is the first hexagram in the series of 64. The two trigrams that make up creative power are sky above, sky below. The air is ripe with imagination, inspiration, and energy. The dragon is an ancient symbol of an electrically charged, dynamic, arousing force that bodes well for creative initiative. If your goals are in alignment with the greater good, and you assert yourself in a positive way, your actions will meet with success. This is a good time to exercise leadership because you can be strong now. But be aware, success turns to failure when strength turns to arrogance. This hexagram is one of the most auspicious in the Book of Changes. In effect, whoever draws this hexagram is offered success by following the 6 stages of its lines. By being sensitive to conditions and doing things in the optimal order, one develops greater influence. Time itself becomes the means to make real what is potent. Sagittarius, welcome to your December spreads. So let's get right into it. A reminder that these run new moon to new moon. I run with the natural cycles of nature. So this scope is actually running from the 11/11 Scorpio new moon into the December 11th Sagittarius new moon, your new moon. So I've already shuffled. I'm using my custom 144 card deck that I've created for myself. I've received several inquiries over the year and a lot recently about whether or not I sell this deck. I do not sell this deck currently. However, I am in the process of creating two phenomenal decks. One should be completed within the next month. The other should be completed by Christmas time, hopefully. And I will keep you all posted on that in case you're interested. So I have two candles out for you because the sun is going down quickly and I need to get your reading complete. So hopefully you'll be able to see everything okay. So let's go ahead and pull, Sag. What I do is ask the question, what event, situation, or circumstance is likely to be coming forward for at least the majority of awakening Sagittarius-centric scope people. So let's see what's coming up. All right. Well, you have a simple spread this month, but let's talk about it. The central issue for you, I'm going to turn these cards around because the reversals are not traditional reversals. In this synchronic spread, it's actually calling forward additional pieces of information for each sector. So play, Sag, is the central theme for you this year. Some playful event, a party, or somebody presenting some fun event or outing to you could be coming up this year. But you're going to have resistance about seeing this person or being seen. You might be feeling internal, but what I'm getting actually is that you're going to have some resistance coming up, Sag, for this invitation for the party or this invitation for the play. So let's look at it. It's interesting though, because you're going to be thinking about it, but and it does look, so in the spiritual sector, you did receive the delicious card. So it does look like this will in fact be something that you're going to want to accept. This is something that you're going to want to do. It's something, I mean, you're going to be thinking about it. Let's see if we can find some additional information with regard to this spread. We're going to find it from the, let me see if I can pull a couple of additional cards here to see what's coming up. I mean, in the spiritual sector, Sag, it's definitely saying that you want to do it. So whatever is coming up, whatever is manifesting, whatever invitation is being presented to you, spiritually, your spiritual sector, your soul is saying, do it, go for it. Because it is good for you now. That this play might be something that you've been needing. Maybe you're, you know, it's interesting, I will tell you, because the play card has come up for a couple of the different signs. I don't think for you, but there's been at least two other signs this year that have tapped into the need for play has come up very specifically. So I'm just going to see if, you know, if a card is coming up to kind of help illuminate this spread. Let's see. Let's see what wants to come, if anything. So the adventure card is coming up, Sag, for you. What is the resistance about? Let's look at what the resistance might be about. What is the resistance about? What is the resistance about? Not improving. What is the resistance about? Yeah, you know what, Sag, what it's looking like is that you're not wanting to improve the relationship. It might be that an invitation is coming up and you are feeling like, so it's going to be hard to see because it's getting dark now. This is the Precious card. This is the Improve card. Now, it looks like you're having resistance to improving this relationship. So it could be, Sag, that this person that's inviting you to some event, some playful adventure, and by the way, that could be, let me show you this card close up. So this could be like, for example, a little weekend getaway. It could be something like that. So, and it might be somebody that has some romantic interest, but you have some resistance to it because your, the resistance for you is about improving the precious, meaning that you may have doubts about whether or not you want to develop anything with this person, and you might think that there's some expectation of that person in their mind, and maybe you think that's why they're inviting you to this playful event. Again, it could be a party, it could be, but it does look, because the adventure card came up for you, it does in fact look like it could be, you know, a little like a little weekend thing, like a conference or a talk or some sort of a mini retreat, a weekend away, something. So let's see. But it is interesting. I just want to point out before we close the spread that it does yourself, your higher self, or at least, again, this is a general reading, of course, but for a lot of you out there, the higher self's kind of push is, indeed, this could be quite delicious for you now. This particular manifestation could deliver you good things. So at this time. So you are contemplating it. I mean, you are in a space of thinking about it. The guidance does look to be to go. But let's see what the Ascended Master brings. Interesting that. So it might be that you like this person, but you're not sure that you want to improve it in any particular way. That might lead perhaps to a romantic thing. So here we have Carolyn Mrs. Archetype card deck. And as I did last month, I'm going to go ahead and pull 3 cards and have you do, you know, an intuitive pull yourself. And I'll lay them out, you tune in, and we'll come back to it and I'll flip them over and see. You can see which quality set called you to be matured within you. Now we just had a couple do a flip. Child, Orphan, and Prince. So I'm not going to pull those, but I wanted to see what they were in case they come up in our selection. Child, Orphan, and Prince. So let's take a look. Let's pull 3 selections for Sag. You might be able to hear it. We've had a wind storm today. So the chimes are going, the wind through the trees is really active. So there's the first card, Sag. It's been lovely though. It's cleared the air. It's been vibrant today. The energy around here has been super vibrant with, again, all day from morning to night. There's your second card. And there's your third. That wanted to come out. Okay, great. So Sagittarius, go ahead and tune in. See where your eye goes. See where you feel expansion. And let me go ahead and shuffle Doreen Virtue's Ascended Masters deck. And we'll see which master wants to come forward for you this month. Witch Master. Beautiful. You know, this is gorgeous because this is about manifestation in the way that it's about the abundant flow of nature. Lakshmi, this is flow of prosperity. Lakshmi is about the abundance of nature. It is referring to money, but it's also referring to the abundant flow of all kinds of things. And with you receiving the manifestation card in the spiritual sector, that's what Lakshmi is. So, and again, what Spirit was saying in that sector to you was, this is a good opportunity. This is the delicious choice now. So that adventure, that playful opportunity that's coming forward for you, the guidance is to do it. The guidance is to go with the flow, to actually take advantage of what's being offered to you. Very clear that. That's beautiful. Wonderful. Okay, Sag, so hopefully you've tuned in. Let's see. So if you selected the far left card, Seeker. Seeker keeps coming up. Very powerful message for many of the signs this month. Let me read it. So if you selected this card, Sag, the message of Seeker is to evolve out of the inability to commit to a path once found. Okay? What wants to be elevated, matured, grown, evolved is thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. Thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. So it's about commitment, moving out of a lack of ability to make a decision and moving into this place of wisdom, truth. Seek it. Find it. Go on that adventure. In other words, go on that adventure. Go on that playful adventure. Seeker. Beautiful. Seeker is definitely coming up in December for many people. So is Engineer. This is beautiful, Sag. So Engineer is coming up. If you pick the center card, this is what wants to be matured through you this month. So this is about moving beyond reliance on mechanistic solutions without regards for emotional consequences. And it's about evolving into ability to give creative energy a practical expression. Talent for designing resolutions to common problems. Engineer. Another one that's come up at least one other time. I think it's come up maybe twice. Gorgeous that. Now, if you picked this card, Athlete. Athlete hasn't come up for a long time. So if you pick this far right choice, this is Athlete, Sag. And this is about moving out of the misuse of athletic ability for selfish ends and a false sense of invulnerability and entitlement. That's what I'm probably getting for you. And moving into a dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower, and a strength of spirit. So it's moving out of a false sense of invulnerability and entitlement and moving into a development of personal willpower and strength of spirit. And moving beyond physical limits. So it may be that some of you out there have some issues that are calling for resolution. Some physical elements that are, aspects of self that are really calling for to move beyond, really pushing you. All right, Sagittarius. So let's move on and we'll take a look at what Dakini has come up for you this month. Sagittarius. So we come now to the final component of your alchemy scope. Here I pull up the Dakini Goddess, to bring forward the embodiment that would optimally serve you to flow through this next cycle with the least effort, an optimal flow. For you, you received number 45, Yogini. Penny Slinger writes this: by stimulating the inner fire in the temple of the body, the earth is activated so that the air, the Hatha, may flow through unimpeded. A reminder that I am using the 64 Dakini Oracle by Penny Slinger, and as I did last month, I'm going to bring forward the Dakini transmission for you. This month, I'm also going to add the affirmation. So there are two components here for you. The Dakini transmission for Yogini, for you, Sagittarius, is this: with my body, I make a bow aimed at liberation. With my consciousness, I make a bowl to hold divine nectar with my being. I align with the yantra of cosmic intention. This is the essence of yoga, I, the humble vessel. The affirmation for Yogini, Sagittarius, is this: I can connect with divine energies. Through yoga techniques, I can use my body as a tool to bring me nearer to Goddess and God. I can heal myself or any mental or physical disease. So I'll read that again. I can connect with divine energies through my yoga techniques. I can use my body as a tool to bring me nearer to Goddess and God. I can heal myself of any mental or physical disease. Sagittarius, I am wishing you all a beautiful and smooth month ahead. For those who are interested in connecting with me for a session, I offer a variety of different services. The crux of my work is about soul alignment, so I connect people to the stories that live within them in their particular trajectory sets. I also help people see clearly and clear the patterns which are at play, which are there to be evolved. So if you would like to be in contact, my website link is below this video. Until the next video or the next scope, I send you lots of love, and I will see you soon. Bye.